Okay. Oh, there we go. Wow, I am so sorry, Anne. I saw you on the other video when I started it, and then it just booted me right out. So here we go. Facebook Live. I mean, sorry, YouTube Live. Really fun. Hi, Anne. Time, but definitely was having some trouble with technology. Hi, Cherokee. How are you? I saw your text message, but I was trying to get on here. So, all right, let's get into it. Let's talk about this new moon that's going on that we just had in Aries. Pretty exciting stuff. There's a lot to cover. And yes, I found you. Yes, yes, and I know I saw you, and then it just discontinued the video. Never gonna get there. All right, so this new moon in Aries happened on, oh, thank you. This new moon in Aries happened on March 24th. It was at 4 degrees and some change of Aries. And so in Western astrology, that is our new moon. I mean, that is our new year. So it's kind of like making the New Year's resolutions for what you want to do for the year, only because it is 2020 and we have all this crap going on. We've got so many big things happening astrologically that are really playing into it. It is really like making your New Year's resolution for the next 35 years of your life. It's that big of a deal. So we just had Jupiter and Pluto come into exact conjunction in January, right? The 12th, I think it was, or the 10th, anyways, right around there. And when that happened, and so right now, Saturn moved into Aquarius just a couple days ago, kind of giving us a little taste of what's going to happen. It will retrograde out on July 1st. It'll be back into Capricorn, and it will stay there until it gets to the 21st of December, when it will move back into Aquarius, and then it will do 3 years there. And when it does that, it goes in at the exact same time that Jupiter is going into Aquarius. And so, boom, that's it. Open the doors. It is the age of Aquarius. So all these things going on. Meanwhile, after that 3-year cycle happens, where finally, because it takes about 3 years for Saturn to complete a journey through a sign, on its way out the door, Pluto's moving in right behind it. And so Pluto hangs out for quite a while in a sign. I think it's like 7 years. So it hangs out for a very, very long time, and it takes 84 years for it to make its revolution. So you do the math. I'm not good at it. I think it's 7 years then. Okay, so lots of things going on with that. So a couple of things about this new moon itself. If you know where your rising sign is, that is a really good time to use it. Hi, Lucinda. If you know when that is, then you'll kind of know where you're going to be making some of these big changes. But right now, because of everything that's going on, actually you're being invited to look at your whole life. So Aries is about, who am I and what do I want to be? It is the child of the zodiac. It is the opportunity to figure out who you are, where you want to come from, where you want to go, where have you been, what do you want to recreate. It is going to be a big change. Like, the change is coming. Couldn't stop it. What were you going to do with that? And so, as you can see, we are definitely striding along with some major changes in government structures, in personal lives, in so many arenas from top to bottom. So much change is happening right now. And so, you're an Aquarius rising. Ooh, okay. So yeah, I bet you're really feeling this. So there's just all these things happening. Let me just give you an example. When Saturn and Pluto are playing together, what happens? So the last time when Saturn and Pluto were in opposition from each other was just about September 11th. Chart always matters. So you come to your Saturn return after 30 years, 29 years. And then a few more years down the road, then you get into your square, really in the toilet there for a while there, like trying to figure out, like, nothing felt stable. And I was literally on my knees, and I had to start all over and build and figure out who I was and where I was going and how I wanted my life to look. And that's what you were being asked to do. And I did it through the use of creating mantras for myself. And that's why I really want to talk about the mantras today and how you can create mantras that will work for you, because what you say to yourself really matters. Your cells hear you. They hear the things you say, positive or negative. And so if you want to create a future for yourself that is vibrant and full and taking you on the path of your highest good, you have to speak with confidence to yourself and about where you're going. And so it hears also what is going on around you. So turn off the news. Like, I'm not saying don't, my body's going to be vibrating with that. So don't allow that to happen to yourself. Create a safe space for yourselves to be able to absorb all these changes that are going, and for you to figure out what it is you want to do. And so this is the time to make the big ask. What do you really want out of your life? It matters right now what you decide to do. So this year's kind of broken up into 4 quarters as Saturn is moving along. And so right now, because Saturn just moved into Aquarius, right almost on top of, it was like 2 days difference between this new moon in Aries, it is really important. And then it just kind of fascinates me what's happening next. Saturn is going to back up into Capricorn on July 1st, right after we have a solar eclipse on the solstice. So on the summer solstice, we have one, and then we have one again on the winter solstice this year. And so all this energy going around this year, it is a year of change. So what do you want to do? Who do you want to be? This is what we're going to think about. So I really kind of want to know from you guys what you're interested in, as far as like, what kind of mantras are you interested in for yourself? What are you trying to create for yourself? Thanks, whoever hit the like button. I appreciate that. Whatever you're doing, what is it that you want to do? Is this thing moving along? Because maybe you're chatting and I can't see it, because that sometimes happens. Last thing I see on here is Lucinda is saying what she is. I'm going to put something on and see what happens. I had to do, this is why I stopped doing lives, because I was always running into trouble with the way they have this set up. It's really hard to navigate. There it goes. Now it's moving. Yay. Okay, so you're fighting crime in, I don't know what that is, HOAS. I don't know what that is. Okay, so Scorpio Sun, you're fighting crime. Does that mean you're a police officer? Oh, homeowners associations. Okay, same kind of thing. All right, so so for me, I've been feeling this really strong need to change some stuff in my life in regards to where I live and how I live. And that is funny or not, because it turns out that this new moon's happening in my 4th house of home. And so that's kind of, did you say you're in Aquarius rising? So that's kind of where that's happening for you, right? It's actually a 3rd house of communication. So it must be how you are fighting. It must be how you are going for it. So what kind of a goal do you have for yourself? What would you like to create for yourself? Wow. Okay. I am really sorry about that. Scorpios have been having a big year of change. Anybody that has Scorpio strong in their chart, and I can see there's at least 3 of you here that do. Hi, Shannon. What they want to do, how they want to create their world. And so that becomes important to understand not only where you are, but where other people are, and what they're going through. So this restructuring that is happening, this new moon is asking you to go ahead and be willing to release and let go of the things that do not work in your life so you can bring in things that will work for you. So this is kind of where we're at. This new moon is happening at 4 degrees of Aries. And I just want to, I have this book here. It's called Inside the Degrees. And each degree of the zodiac has a different energy to it. And this one is called A Cup Overflowing with Clear Water. Magic when someone is ready and willing to stand there and allow all of existence to stream and pour through them. And so that's kind of where we're at. We're at this precipice of making a big change in our life. The new moon is happening in a square to everything that's going on in Capricorn. And a square is that hard right turn where you have to change directions, but it's a blind corner. You can't really see where you're going. And so sometimes it's important to embrace the change and know that it's coming. And so here's the part where if you allow fear to run the day, then, or discouragement, then you're likely to get stuck in that mire and muck. And so I really want everybody to think about what would be your best life? What would it look like? What would you want out of it? And that's what you use the energy of this new moon for, is thinking not just down the road a year or 18 months, because most cycles of the moon, you know, they culminate after like 18 months. So where do you want to be 18 months from now? But not only that, from that 18 months, where do you want to launch off from there going forward? Because you're really kicking off a 35-year cycle of your life. Now, for some of you, you aren't even 35 yet. And so your entire life has been one thing and now it's going to be another, because it's not every 35 years your life is going to change. It is at 35 years or so when these two planets come into conjunction and they change everything. And so the dynamics change. And if you look through history and you count back the 35 years, you can see where that has happened, where there's like 35 years and then major changes happen. And so this is where we're at right now. So kind of like in the 70s, you know, if you've watched that 70s show or whatever, it's like totally different from then. That was like 35 years ago. So what was going on at the beginning of the 80s to now, that era has changed, and now we're switching gears and we're moving forward. So what would you like to create for yourself is the question. So I don't know if any of you came here ready to do some hard work or not. So if you want to put it out there, okay, so a good mantra is like this: I am whatever it is you want to do. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull cards for, let's see, we had Anne show up. I can't see the whole thing anymore. So I'm going to start with Anne and Cherokee, and then Lucinda. If I'm missing somebody, leave me a comment right now so I can find your name again. And we're going to go ahead and pull cards that have mantras on them. Angels. I called in Archangel Metatron, and I didn't think he would show up, but he did. All right, so Anne, I have for you. No, this is Cherokee's. I'm so sorry. I thought I was pulling for Anne, but it's definitely for Cherokee. That's what they just said. Cherokee. My body and my mind are in balance. I am happy, and the stone for you is chrysocolla. My mind and my body are in balance. I am happy, and I'm healthy. I'm happy too. It works for me. So it is the I am statement. So I am healthy. So this is what you tell yourself. So while you're here, so this new moon in Aries, it's all about your self-identity and who you want to be. So if you haven't yet done this, there is still time to sit down and write out what it is that you are grateful for. Because when we start with an attitude of gratitude, we get to where we're going. Wow, okay, Anne, this is your story. It is easy for me to express myself. I am understood. I hear what others are communicating. And you have the blue lace agate. Speak the truth, listen well. You have the courage to say what you need to say and be heard. It says, it is easy for me to express myself. I am understood and I hear what others are communicating. Let's go. I think Lucinda was next. Lucinda. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that really was yours. All right. Not surprised, Cherokee. Not surprised at all. That seemed like that would be your story. I see other people join the chat. If you would say hi, I could pull cards for you. All right. So, oh, we have 2 for Lucinda. Okay, so Lucinda, I think you must be feeling a little stressed, a little worried about finances, and you might be feeling a little bit of a low energy, but you have 2 really great ones that came out because you have the emerald and you have the ruby. And so it says, for the ruby, vital life force flows you create from, where you feel passionate from. It's the area of sexuality, of energetic, energy that flows all the way through your body and lifts you up. And so vital life force flows vibrantly through me. I am grateful for my energetic passion for life. And then you have emerald. I earn income doing what I love. I am successful in all my pursuits. Hi, Kelly. I earn unlimited income doing what I love. I am successful in all my pursuits. So those are a couple of things you can use, but whatever it is, it's just kind of an idea of where to start from. Okay, yes, we'll do yours next, and then we're going to go to Shannon, and then Kelly. And if I'm missing anybody, please pop in and say hi. All right, little Coral. Nice. You also have the emerald. I earn unlimited income doing what I love. I am successful in all my pursuits. I think right now there's a lot of financial worry for the world in general. And I think that focusing on what you're grateful for. So start counting the blessings of what you have. It's kind of like if you saw this week's videos that I did for the month ahead, everybody had like this collective vision, and it was the stick house falling down, and then there was different ways and parts of it where people were picking it up. And at one point though, I think it was Virgo energy was picking through and sorting the sticks and making sure that everything was in order, and they knew what they had to work with. And so there's that attitude of gratitude for knowing that. And then Aries was like, oh, I know I can go down to the river and just pull up this clay. I can fix this problem. And so this is a new moon in Aries. And so it's about being grateful for what you have, and knowing you can get what you need. Shannon, you are next. You are next. Focus on what it is that you're thinking about here, so I can get the right card for you. You have lapis lazuli. I receive messages all the time and follow my internal guidance. It's a beautiful blue. I receive messages all my time and follow my internal guidance. I hope that you're spending time in meditation, especially if you have some downtime, because it says to activate your intuition, be a clear channel, access the Akashic records, stay grounded, feel protected and safe, promote clarity in dream time. So before you go to sleep at night, ask your angels and guides to protect you and guide you through and to bring information to you. Make sure you're writing daydreams and nighttime dreams. Random thoughts are not really random thoughts. It's your higher self's talking to you. Okay, and here's something kind of interesting. I heard was you should name your higher self, so that when you have a conversation with your higher self, it doesn't feel nebulous. It feels like you're talking to somebody. And so I was like, well, that's a cool idea. And so I just kind of closed my eyes and I cleared my mind, and I was like, first, but the little Barbie doll that I had named Jessica when I was like 8 appeared in my head, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So like my higher self has been trying to communicate with me for a long time. Right? So you can name your higher self and have conversations with your higher self. And Cherokee, when you told me about that you can go to the garden in your mind, that was amazing. And I spent some time in meditation on that. And you're right, once you get to that garden, once you figure out how to access that garden, you can go there anytime you want. And so my garden's really interesting. I go through a tunnel, I push open this big wooden door, I get into the garden. There's a fountain in the middle. And quite often my guides will meet me there. But last week they took me through to the backside and opened the back door to the garden, and I stepped out in to the universe, like into space. It was very cool, totally exciting. I did find my garden. So Shannon, great, you have that name. All right, so Kelly, here you go. You have, and you're not going to hate it. You have the peridot. Good fortune is the result of good thoughts and actions. I am grateful for my blessings. So again, counting your blessings, the attitude of gratitude raises your vibration. It attracts in more high vibrational energy. It's green like the emerald, but it's not. It's about understanding that you co-create with spirit your actions, the efforts that you put forward, what it is that you want, you draw to you, and that's how you get there. And so just working on that would be very, very, very easy to do by sitting down and writing out. So like last night I sat down and I wrote down and I filled up a couple pages of what it was I was grateful for, because it helps to bring in the higher vibrational energies. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull cards for each of the signs of the zodiac. That way anyone who comes along and they've made it through this far might be interested in knowing what's going on. So we're going to start with Aries. It is the new moon in Aries. The new moon in Aries is again, it's a chance to identify who you are, what you want to do, where you want to go, who you want to be. When you write your personal affirmation, it doesn't have to be the one that you were given. It is about whatever it is you want to start, whatever you want to initiate, whatever you want to create in your life. You start with the I am. I am in control of my thoughts. I am creating my environment. I always have more than enough, and there is always more on the way. I am at peace, no matter what is going on around me. All right, so Aries, you're having some kind of a breakthrough, and you're being asked to pray and to accept the gifts of the universe. And right now, I know it feels really crazy. It does not feel like there is any kind of a freaking gift going on here, but there is. This breakthrough, this breakdown, this big change that we're all going through, it is totally going to reorganize our lives in a way that is better if we believe that, if we work toward that. And the people that souls decide when to leave. And so there will be souls that decide that, you know, they aren't, okay, they liked it the way it was. They aren't really interested in this new big paradigm shift. They weren't planning to hang around for it. They'll be back later. But right now they want to leave. And so try not to be too sad if that touches something that you know about and care about in your life. And continue to talk to them. Oh my God, Taurus, you are the boss. Of course you are the boss. So, but not only are you the boss, you're the boss. And so as a boss of other people, treating them with compassion and dignity in stressful times, not losing it, not being too bossy comes to mind, but also being compassionate with yourself, because you can't control the world. You're the boss, but you're the boss of your responses. You're the boss of your reactions, but you can't control everything because the divine does some of that work for you, right? All right, Gemini. What do we have for Gemini? Gemini, you have call on your runners. What? I might have to look that one up. That makes no sense to me. Let go, decide. All right. Gemini, you have back to the basics. Gemini, you are coming up on the North Node getting ready to move into your sign. And when that happens, you're going to, all the eclipses and will be happening in Gemini and Sagittarius. That's happening in the next month or so. We'll definitely get into that. And so you're kind of at a crossroad where you need to decide what it is you're going to do and where you're going to go. Oh, I don't have that. I really don't know what call on your runners mean. And I don't see, oh, there it is. See, it's number 42, which is a soulmate card. There is no need ever again to search in vain for anything or fear that what you seek isn't out there, or that if it is, you'll miss it. Be it a good parking spot or the ideal abode or even your soulmate. You have a group of spirit guides called runners who are ready and willing and able to help you find exactly what you seek. Okay, so ask for what you need. When you ask for what you need, decide what you need, be willing to let go of what you don't, and remember to count your blessings. Get back to the basics. It's what's really important in your life. I was speaking with a Gemini yesterday, and I think that card totally is for that person. Totally for that person. Okay. Oh, forgot to pull one out of here. Sorry. Hold on, Gemini. You get more. You get leadership. I'm a beacon of radiance, support, and love. So yeah, so call on your spirit guides, decide what you want, head in that direction, and then call in what you need, the supports that you need, the basic support system that you need to get there. Yes. Yes, Anne, absolutely. Sometimes that is so true. They're just ready to go. They're just like, okay, I've done enough. There is a reader that I listen to a lot here on YouTube, and one day she was like, yeah, I don't even know if I want to come back again. I was like, oh, well, stick around for a while longer. I'm still learning from you. All right, so this is a very similar message, and I think it's for the same person because they were Gemini, Cancer cusp. So call and ask for what you want and find that you can passionately love and accept yourself. So finding who you are, what you are. Ask for the help and the guidance. That's where it starts. And ask for the protection and ask for and Kelly, I think this one's for you. I passionately accept and love myself. But I feel like it's more than that. It feels like to me that's about being passionate about where you are and what you're doing and where you want to go. See, Leo has let go. Yeah. And you have strength and grace. Of course you have strength and grace. You're Leo. What else would you have? What else would you have? Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. So letting go of what doesn't work, what's not making you happy. I just saw that. What's her name? Marie Kundo. Where if something doesn't spark the joy, you don't need it. And if there's something that is blocking, and you don't know how to move it, remove it, be sure to ask for help. Angels stand by to help. All right, let's take a look at Virgo. Got some Virgos in here. Okay, Virgo. So You know, you just had that breakup. Look at this. It really looks like a lighthouse, right? And so you're going on a voyage, and I think follow the inner guidance that you have, and you won't get lost no matter where I am. I cherish all the cycles of my life, and I am a radiant reflection of God's light. And so following your inner guidance, allowing that to mark the path for you as you move forward, away from a situation that had probably taught you the lessons. You probably taught your partner lessons. That's what we do. We come here and we help each other. And then, yes, we have mentors and role models. You were teaching and helping each other. And it was not, I hope you never think that the relationship was a waste of time. There was something that you both needed to learn to get out of that. Yes, I see that, Cherokee. Okay, let's go Libra. Are there any Libra people here right now? You know, a strong Libra in your chart. You have my life. My life is divinely guided. You have faith. So tomorrow, what I really want to do is I want to talk about your spirit animals. So I really would like everybody to think about what animal pops to your mind, and tomorrow when you get here, when you say hi, to put in who your spirit animal is. And then I have a bunch of decks about spirit animals too, and I'll let you guys pick which deck you want. Name them 1, 2, or 3, and then you can pick which deck you want me to draw a card from you, and we will find if there are other spirit animals, and I will try to help you understand what the spirit animals are there for, because spirit animal guides are such a gift. They're such a gift. All right, so Libra, claim your boundaries, cloak yourself in light, and call on your runner. So again, have that faith, go for what it is that you want, ask for the help and the guidance, but you need healthy boundaries. You need healthy boundaries, and don't allow yourself to get swept up, sunk down into the mucky, murky thing that's going on right now. Cloak yourself in light. Don't let other people's negativity, you know, be something that that pulls you under. Like what I just saw was someone being pulled in by the undertow of like a beach, you know, and how you can get pulled in by the undertow, and people drown in riptides. So if you feel like you're being pulled down and drowned in a riptide, what you're supposed to do is turn parallel to the shore and swim parallel, right, to get out of the riptide. And so if you're feeling like you're being pulled down by the situation that you're in, you decide to pitch in there and need to move forward in a different situation where the tide isn't pulling you down. So whether that's an emotional situation or a relationship. Scorpio. Okay, wow. Scorpio, wow. And okay, now we're itching all over the place here. Scorpio, what a amazing year you have been having. So you have meditate, be flexible. You are a fixed sign. Being flexible is not the easy thing, right? It's not the easy thing. But being flexible, being willing to make those changes and taking the appropriate actions when they come. And so it says, I step into my glorious future with determination and power, letting go of the crap that doesn't work. And yes, you could say, this is where I'm going. This is where I want to be. This is what I'm heading toward. But if you, everything is shifting and changing right now. I feel like we're on a bouncy house, right? You're in the bouncy house and somebody jumps and everything moves, right? Because all this energy, these big shifting energies, and we out and get to the next phases here. And so you're gonna have to be willing to adjust and keep moving in the direction you want to go, but maybe not in a straight line. And I want to say enjoy the journey, you know. So be willing to be flexible, be willing to bend, be willing to have some fun with it too. I just saw, like, on the trampoline, you know how when you're trying to walk across the trampoline, someone jumps on it and you end up on your butt. But you know, bounce up and come up. Then you're like, oh, that's fun. And you start doing that again. Be willing to do things like that. Put some fun into it. Understand that it's not going to be super smooth. It's not going to be super easy, but it's going to be good. Whoa, Anne looks nice. Okay, Sagittarius. I don't I don't want to show you this because you're going to get all excited here. All right, here we go. You have love. You have love. You also have, what do you? I receive and give love today and always. That generosity, that willingness to give in equal measure. Do you love? And so don't lose sight of who you are, what's important to you. Don't get swept up, sunk in, and changing yourself for someone else. That's never a good plan. Be who you are. Have healthy boundaries. And if you're not receiving as you are giving, pay attention to that. Take note of that. Are you giving? Are you taking and not giving? Take note of that. Charity. All right, Capricorn, let's go. Let's go. What's up for Capricorn? Oh my God. Every time I do something for you, Cherokee, and it shows up love, I just cringe inside a little. Okay. All right, so Capricorn, you have awakening. I'm joyously awake and aware and ready for anything. I would say that's true. Most of the Capricorns I know. You know, I think this little pause in the action, as far as Capricorns will work and work and work, and they don't take much time downtime. And I think that this opportunity of a little peace and quiet will do your soul some good. You have play. Yeah, so get out there, have some fun, relax. You know that when everything sorts its way out and settles its way out, you will be able to figure it out. You're an initiating sign. You'll be able to look at the lay of the land. You're great at overcoming obstacles. You have all the innate skills you need to overcome the adversities. And so instead, be where you are. And where you are right now is in this time of contraction, this time to withdraw into yourself, this time to get reacquainted with family and friends. Well, maybe not friends, just whoever's around your actual house. Don't go anywhere. And but you can communicate in other ways and get ready either for the fall or the spring, whichever season we have moved into. But go ahead and give that a shot. Aquarius, you have delight. You have delight. I delight in everything in my world, and divine joy fills me. You have laugh. Okay. Aquarius, you're a little stressed out. That's what I feel. And so you're getting these cards because you have vibe check. So think about, stop, wait, take a deep breath and blow it out. Okay, ask for the help and the guidance you need, and then go find some fun. Find the things that you can do that bring you the joy, that are delightful for you. And so, you know, maybe call up some friends that you haven't spoken to in a while and get caught up. You know, look for the humor in situations. You know, watch some comedy shows. You know, allow your mind to take a break. It needs a break, is what I feel. I feel like you need a little break, just to step back and let some of this go over you and flow over you. And so, you know, do something to relax and ease your mind. Okay, Pisces. Pisces, you have call on your angels and downtime. Again, you guys have been working really hard and you've been getting a lot of things done. And then the world's kind of come to this full stop. And I think that you're like, oh my gosh, but I was just getting stuff up off the ground. I've been working really hard and now am I losing it all? And I just want to tell you, no, you haven't. Call on your angels. But in the meantime, you needed a break from this rat race, right? This is the hamster on the wheel. You've been running and running and running. A little time out is a good thing. And have faith. Have faith that it'll be okay. It really will be. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me today. I really want to talk about spirit animals tomorrow, so I hope you guys will come back. I hope you will do your homework and decide what kind of animals resonate for you, and we will discuss them. I have some books on them. We will explore it, but that way. So if that would be great, let me know, and hit that thumbs up button for me on your way out the door. And if we're really enjoying this, maybe what I might do is switch to going to a Zoom room so we can actually have conversation. So if that's something you would like to do it that way. And then that way you can actually talk and not just type, and we can have real conversation. So you let me know what works for you, okay? Thanks so much. You guys have here is just kind of difficult. So I will look into that today, and then maybe we can set that up for next time after the spirit animals. We'll be back here tomorrow to do that. Okay? You guys take care. Bye.